And now, broadcasting on Star Worldwide Networks, it's In the Green Room. Green is in, but what does that really mean for you? Join the gang for a fun and energetic half-glass, half-full perspective to what and how sustainability is the lifestyle for the future. It can really affect everything you do, from your health, wallet, environment, money, even your morals. So our goal, to help save the planet one show at a time. Now, welcome to the Green Room.
Welcome to In the Green Room. I'm Kinga. Hello.
I'm Chet. Happy Tuesday.
Welcome back, Jam.
Welcome to Christina. I appreciate you having me on the show. Good to see you, Christina.
Hey, good to see you.
Welcome back, Richard Betts, our local wine expert.
He's an expert on many topics, I feel like.
Welcome back, Richard Betts.
I'm an expert on experts.
Oh, you got to get up close to the mic.
Get up there. Get up there, bucko.
Okay, so we want to get right to the wine. Are we starting? What are we drinking?
Go ahead, pass it out.
We all need a little something.
There we go.
There we go. All right. Smells good.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
And may the 4th be with you.
Yeah. Oh, today is the 4th, right? Today is the 4th.
Indeed it is.
Yes.
May the 4th be with you, Chet.
May the 4th wine day be with you.
So, Richard, do you want to talk about this wine a little bit before we indulge? I love the logo too. Ooh. The Merkin Vineyards logo is super
taste.
cool.
We'll get to that.
All right.
Obviously, everyone needed a glass of wine right away. And why hesitate? Let's roll.
Damn, that tastes good.
So we're going to talk. Go ahead.
So this is Merkin, and this winery is local, as we just said, and
Well,
the guy.
Let's back up a little bit.
Okay, let's back up.
Start at the beginning. Let's start at the beginning. AZ Uncorked. This is a fabulous book about the Arizona wine industry, the Arizona Wine Guide by my dear friend Janelle Bonifield. She's a food and lifestyle photographer, has been for years, and about 5 years ago, she really got interest in shooting wine, vineyards, the local wine scene. And this book, amazing book, this coffee table book that weighs 6.5 pounds, has over 550 pages.
Shall we pass it around?
Is a work of
You should have
art.
been here for our fitness show with this.
Seriously, do a workout with this thing.
What page is Richard on?
So this is just a magnificent book that covers the entire wine industry in Arizona, which has been, which has,
Chet's turn.
in the last 25 years, has grown into an extraordinary dynamic industry that is receiving accolades not only nationally but worldwide as well. So we
Do you hear
now,
that? Worldwide.
Yeah, worldwide.
So is it hard for vineyards to find a good location because of how dry it is here?
No,
or is
no.
it relatively easy for them?
The reason that we're making world-class wines in Arizona is because we have the places to do it.
Yeah.
This book goes into that. This book is organized geographically by different areas in the state. Basically, there are 3 main areas in Arizona that wine growing exists, that the vineyards exist. And the first of those would be down southeast of Tucson in the Sonoyta-Elgin area.
The Sonoyta
as a
Elgin
town, and Elgin
area.
is a town too.
Okay.
This is where the contemporary wine industry started back in the early 80s.
Back in the early 80s.
Yes, back in the early 80s. We had wine growing in Arizona. Actually, if you go back to the Spanish missionaries, they planted vines in what is now Arizona before they even got to California. Yeah.
Wow.
So that's, 1600s.
1600s.
Yeah, buddy.
They were planting wine in the 1600s?
Oh, man. They had the, blood of Christ and all. But in the late 19th century, there were wineries in Arizona as well, several notable ones. But after, during Prohibition wiped all that out, and nothing happened again until the 70s when Dr. Gordon Dutt, who was a soil scientist at U of A or ASU, I'm not, I think it was U of A.
Yeah.
He'd spent a lot of time in France. He was really into wine, right?
Yeah, bear down.
And he said he started planting experimental vineyards down in Sonoyta, in the 70s.
Oh, cool.
And then he started Sonoyta Winery in 1982, and it was a year later, I believe, in 1983, that the Department of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms granted an AVA, American Viticultural Area, officially to Sonoyta.
To Sonoyta.
Yeah.
So, wow.
So the other area is if you go farther east, southeast in Wilcox, that area, Cochise County.
Cochise
That's the
County.
other area. And the other main area is north up in the Verde Valley. Now you may ask, what do all these areas have in common?
Is it the elevation?
Elevation, dude. Give him a prize. Here.
Yeah, here.
Take
Give me a
sip.
little,
Yeah,
give me a little
yeah,
refill.
yeah,
Give me a little refill.
Oh, here we go. I was looking for this page.
No.
Here's the Richard Betts page.
Yeah, thank you. So
Oh, there you go. Look at that beautiful picture.
There we go.
that's me. So elevation is key. We're talking, in these wine areas, the elevation is. We got 3 more bottles to go, buddy.
This one's really
Slow
good,
down.
though. Wow.
Yeah, I know
we
it's
gotta
good.
pace yourself. It is good.
Yeah, I like this
I'll have a little more
one.
too. I like this one too. Okay, here we go. Here.
We might just chug all 4 bottles. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, here we go.
That's too much. I don't know if I'm
Okay.
able to drink all that.
Okay.
We got
This is-
3 more to go. Here we go.
This is a tasting. We don't have to finish every bottle before we go on to the next one, okay?
Okay,
Please.
so I want to talk about
It's the wine challenge.
why-
You finished
Self-control.
every bottle.
We want to talk about why supporting local products and local wineries is sustainable. So can you tell us that, Richard?
Well, I would think it would be obvious.
Well, for people that don't know.
Yeah. When you buy local, the money stays money stays locally. You're not buying. Not that there's anything wrong with it. There's wines produced all over the world. Fantastic wines all over the
So
world.
it's sustainable on an economic level.
Absolutely.
But then also on an environmental level because
Absolutely.
it has way shorter distance to travel to make it to your glass.
Yep.
So
Exactly,
Yep.
exactly. And there are a lot of people that I know that are all about sustainability. They're all about being eco-friendly. They care about the planet. They're saving the planet
one shot at a time.
But then when I ask them if they drink local wines, they tell me no because they say, I don't think the local wines are as good as like California wines. What do you feel about that, Richard?
Well, I think that their ignorance precedes them. That's what I think.
Their
about.
ignorance
Well, they-
precedes them.
Yeah. But let me
Their ignorance precedes them.
Let me
Okay.
say this: that the Arizona wine business now has had a huge economic impact on the state in general. Okay, tourism,
Yeah.
Yes.
for instance. Look, you go up to Cottonwood. I remember Old Town Cottonwood. I never even went there.
Yeah.
You'd go to Jerome and the bypass. You never went to Old Town Cottonwood. It was like nothing going on. And then wineries started opening tasting rooms there, and now there's restaurants and hotels, and it's alive. It's an economic center.
Right.
Yeah.
This is going to be happening other places in the state. So that's just one part of it. But the fact that we're able to make world-class wines here by people who are committed, have that pioneering spirit. They come to Arizona to do this because it's different. It's fresh. It's new. There are people who could be making wine anywhere, and they come do it here because they've heard, wow, Arizona is happening, know? And the reason it's happening is because these areas that I'm talking about are perfectly conducive to wine grapes.
Hey, Richard, would it be rude to ask you a question about
Yes.
this wine? Yes, it would be? Oh, okay,
No,
I'll shut up
We'll
then.
get to that. in a
No,
minute.
no, no. So it-
I
Go
mean,
ahead.
you technically already asked the question, so you're already rude.
That's No, I'm just curious
So-
because this wine, it's
called
very,
Merkin.
It's very
Okay.
unique.
It tastes
it's very
so good.
unique.
This is not Merkin. No,
Oh, this is not Merkin?
no.
Is it Caduceus?
Can we back up a minute here and just let me explain what's going on, okay, before you all.
Oh, it is Caduceus.
Okay,
Oh,
so
okay.
today we're
Cheers.
we're actually tasting some wines from 2 wineries that are owned by the same person. That's Maynard James Keenan, who's well known in the music industry, but here he's even better known as in the wine industry and has had a huge impact on the wine industry in general here in Arizona. He has actually 4 labels. One is Caduceus, it's kind of his flagship label.
It's really good.
Sounds like a character in like a Roman play or something.
Well, it's
What, Caduceus?
a little
Yeah.
bit different.
Well,
than
what
that.
does Caduceus actually mean?
I don't know.
Because I don't want to tell you what Merkin means. His other winery.
Well,
you have to look it up.
Caduceus stabbed him.
Micah,
in the heart.
could you look up that word to see what it means?
Let's see.
Because Merkin, everybody look up Merkin. I'm not going to say it out loud what it means, but look it up.
Yeah, everybody look up Merkin.
Just say what it means. Now everybody's gonna have to go.
You're gonna
Google
have to
it.
look it up.
It's too. I can't say what. Obviously, tool.
Caduceus is the staff of the medical staff. That's a caduceus. Okay.
Ah, duh.
Right.
Okay, but after looking at Merkin,
Everybody's got to
I was
brush up on their
suspicious.
esoteric knowledge here, guys.
Chet, did you look it up?
Yeah.
What does it mean? Do you want to say it?
It's just a slang term. You should look up yourself.
Indubitably.
Right.
Anyway, we are enjoying this Caduceus wine, and I had tried Caduceus, and it's one of my favorite Arizona wines, but I had never tried Merkin until the other day with Richard,
Right.
and I had no idea that was Maynard James Keenan's wine. And by the way, for those of you who are listening, we want you to know that that's the guy from Tool, the band Tool, which he
Correct.
likes to be known for his music or his wine?
Both.
Both. Okay.
He's been known, from his music for decades, and also his wine now for decades. But so today we're actually going to focus on these wineries, this group of wineries, and this business that he has created here in Arizona, because this kind of epitomizes the whole definition of local. First of all, he has 4 labels: Caduceus, Merkin, 4-8 Wineworks, which is a co-op, and then Pussifer, which is another one of his band.
What's it called?
Pussifer Queen.
Pussifer.
Pussifer, that's another one of his bands. It's called Pussifer. Pussifer. What's funny? Queen, which is a series of sparkling wines that come in a
Wait,
can.
can we laugh a little? We laugh at the show.
Yeah.
So please let us laugh.
Okay, you laugh.
We want to laugh a little. Come on. We're here
Okay.
to taste and have fun
Yeah.
and laugh.
But
I think Kinga might have had a little bit of a Freudian slip there, but I don't know.
yeah. Anyway, so he's got 4 labels. And here's the other thing. So 4 different wineries. A lot of people are employed. He's got 2 restaurants. One is the Merkin Osteria in Cottonwood. Fantastic Italian-style restaurant. Homemade.
I've eaten there. It's really good.
Homemade pastas, right? He's got a restaurant here in Scottsdale. It's called Merkin. It's the tasting room, but it's also a restaurant.
We just ate lunch there. It's fantastic.
It's
We might go
amazing.
there for dinner.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
The food is incredible. He also has a pizza truck,
Pizza truck?
Yes.
What?
Oh yeah.
Where's the pizza truck?
Wow.
Pizza goes to events all over the place.
Really?
cool.
And
is
he's got
that?
a gelato truck. They make gelato.
A
So
gelato
all these
truck.
businesses use ingredients that are also produced here in Arizona.
Love it.
He's got his
He's
own.
completely sustainable.
Yeah.
He's
got
completely
his
safe on
own
the planet.
greenhouses,
And he's all about local.
gardens, orchards, in addition to 100 acres of vineyards.
Yeah.
So I mean, and all the people that are employed now. Also, Arizona up in the Verde Valley, Yavapai College has a 2-year viticulture and oenology program. So this is viticulture, grape growing,
Who
and
started that?
winemaking.
Do you know?
The Southwest Institute, Yavapai College. It's called the Southwest Wine Institute. It's Yavapai College.
Okay.
right?
Yavapai College.
So it's a
Got
2-year
it.
degree to get a.
Yeah, and so
To make
what
wine, to be a
Maynard
winemaker.
did was he started the 4-8 Wineworks, which is a co-op. So there's equipment there where people can come after they graduate from there and make wine and eventually start their own winery. There's a number of wineries that are direct line from the school to the co-op to now they have their own winery.
Wait, Richard, this might be a stupid question, but is there any math at this wine school?
Of course. There's math, there's chemistry.
Oh, it's
Lots of math.
It's I can't help but think about how cannabis would grow up in Wilcox and up in I'm sure if grapes are able to grow robustly up in Wilcox, then I'm sure
Well,
that
that's a whole
cannabis
different
could
show.
too.
We'll talk about that another show.
Well, so it comes down to the soil. It's an interesting thing.
One
Well, it
question
is.
I have is: so out of his 4 vineyards, are any of them where you can go and visit and see the premises and taste wine there, or are you supposed to go to his
The
tasting
tasting
room and
rooms
restaurant?
are where,
Restaurant, okay,
yeah, that's where you taste the wine.
because a lot of the
His
vineyards,
winery is not open to the public.
yeah, a lot of the like vineyards in Central California, because I used to live in San Luis Obispo. A lot of the vineyards in that area, they have tasting rooms and kind of like bars setups like there.
So
at
much
the
fun. I love
premises.
it around
Yeah.
there.
And so do
We'll do a whole show
sold
about
a
that
lot of
too.
wineries here. you know.
Okay, yeah. So as I was saying, do you have any
Oh, they
that
all
kind of
have
stand
tasting
out
rooms.
as your favorite ones to go and visit? or-
Yeah, the one in Jerome that Maynard James Keenan owns. It's the coolest one, I think. Oh no, that's not nice to say. They're all cool, but that's one of my favorite memories. One of my coolest, most fun memories was in that Jerome area wine tasting with Caduceus. Yeah. I just had some good times. So, Richard, we're almost done sipping this wine.
All right.
Could we hear a little bit about this wine?
Here's the wine we're sipping.
Caduceus.
Now, this is a very special
Caduceus.
wine. This is the 2019 Viognier. This happens
Viognier.
which is a grape that you will find originally in south of France, in the Rhone region of southern France. It's one of the so-called white Rhone varietals. This particular bottling is from the Velvet Slippers Club, which is basically his high-end wines that you have to be a member of that club to buy these wines. They cost, okay.
So if you're not a member, you can't buy this?
Well, this is what you get when you become a member. You know, it's
Part
like
of
when
the
you join-
Slippers Club.
Well, most
Secret nectar.
Velvet slippers.
Velvet Slipper, I love
Velvet
it.
Slippers.
Yeah.
My bad.
And the smoking jacket, the whole thing. But you know, most
about
wineries have wine clubs, and this is how they make money directly from the consumers. Join their wine club.
Okay.
But many wineries have different tiers of wine club. You know, this is the highest tier, the Velvet
Okay, so
Slippers
my
Club.
next question
this
is-
wine is the Viognier. He gives a little information. I love one of the things I like about they give some information on the label about the wines.
Well, that's what I
right?
want to ask you.
Yeah,
Like when we
yeah.
taste this, tell us what we're supposed to be tasting.
Well, first of all,
Tell us what we're tasting.
you tell me what your taste. I can't tell you. I don't have your taste buds in your tongue and your mouth.
I think I taste a
you
little
can
pear.
only tell me what you're tasting.
I'm not a big white wine guy. You know that, Richard.
Yeah.
I've always been kind of
That's 'cause
turned
you're a
off
wimp.
by- well, whatever.
You like red. I know you
can
like
call me
red.
whatever
Real
you
men
want.
drink white wine. Okay.
No,
Sorry.
hey, I didn't say that.
No.
Richard.
It's more red wine.
Richard,
No.
I didn't say that I didn't like white
yeah,
wine.
yeah.
I just prefer red.
Yeah.
But I do have to say that this is by far my favorite white wine
It's a
that I've
beautiful wine.
I
ever
need a little more so I can taste what I'm
ever
tasting.
had. It's
beautiful-
awesome. It's
beautiful
Great,
wine.
yeah.
It's so because a lot of the
Take
times
another sip so
no,
we can-
I want to try the
okay.
other one. I've had
Okay.
this
Yeah.
is really good. I
Hold
want to save my palate, but
I think it's very crisp. I think it's
It's
okay.
smooth and it's not too dry.
Refreshing.
It is. It's a very refreshing wine.
I would say I taste pear and a little
Christina,
bit of
what do you think?
Grape.
Viognier is.
I agree. I mean, I think
Grape.
it's slightly
Tastes
sweet.
like grapes to me. I don't know.
maybe.
Yeah, it's actually sweeter than I thought it was
Not
going to be
really
by the
sweet.
yellowy. I feel like.
So do you like
It's
sweet
not
wines?
overpowering.
I like refreshing, fresh wines. I mean, I don't like them too sweet, but I like a little bit
Okay,
of
let's
sweet.
talk about
you know?
what sweet means.
Okay.
In wine terms, sweet means residual sugar. It means all the sugar has not been fermented.
Okay.
Into alcohol and CO2. There's some sugar left over. That's a residual sugar. That's a sweet wine. And most wines might have 0.1% or less, and still. But wine can be fermented totally dry, no residual sugar, and still taste fruity. Okay.
Fruity.
Yeah.
Is there pear in here?
Okay.
No, there's no pear in here. It's made from a grape.
But do I taste a pear?
You may.
So this is a fruity wine.
Yeah.
Of course
well,
there's
it's
not a pear in
No
there.
sugar left.
no sugar.
Okay.
I know I've
Which
read-
would be
If
like
there if there
like-
is any sugar left, it's negligible. This is a dry table wine. Okay, but here's the thing: Viognier is a very aromatic grape. I mean,
You got to get right up on the mic.
Very,
Yeah,
very
thank you.
aromatic. Hi there, sweetheart. A very aromatic grape. Come here often. And that aroma, of that kind of floral aroma and flavors of what we call tree fruit, like with pits, like apricot, peach.
I taste
Right.
pear.
Right, and pear too.
Definitely
Well, it's a little different.
springtime
Pear would
wine.
be more like
Notes.
apple. Yeah,
Notes.
yeah.
Notes of
so
pears.
this is a classic wine. The Viognier of that kind of very floral and apricot-y, honeyed.
So we
honeydew,
have to get to the next
melon.
wine because
A smooth and
we have a
robust
lot more to
finish.
taste.
That's right.
And
All right.
and Jam's going to be singing a song. So do you
Yeah.
want to grab your guitar? And Christina, stay right where you are.
Yeah.
You won't be in the.
We should get some more wine in his system
You need to
first, so
move
he'll be
back.
slurring a little bit. No.
This wine's real. No, honestly, I I've always had an admiration for Merkin Vineyards, and so it's really cool to have this tasting. So thank you for bringing it up.
Well,
And
I wanna-
everybody look
yeah.
up what
times.
Merkin means.
Yeah, whatever.
Look up what it means because I think it's pretty funny.
It is funny. But I wanted to focus on this particular winery and two of their wines because of all they do in
Yes.
Arizona. They have had a tremendous impact on the growth of the industry and the influence.
So we'll get right back to that
Yeah.
after Jam sings his song. What are we going to be singing?
You guys are gonna get to hear a new one.
Oh, a new song.
Yeah,
Here we
this
go.
one was written in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic, and it's a little bit more on the chill and laid back side. You know, I could see somebody just having a good wine tasting, listening to the song, hanging out.
So was this BC before Corona?
No, it was DC during Corona.
Or AD after the demic? I learned that from
After the
remember
demic.
What was the comedian Rick Bronson said that on the show? Yeah.
It was DC during the Corona, but
DC.
but yeah, no, a big thing at least experienced during the pandemic for myself was that I felt like the whole world was kind of coming to an end, in a sense. So when it feels like things are getting rough or times are getting hard.
This is not going to be a sad song.
No, can you let me finish?
Okay.
when times are getting rough or things are getting hard, that's when you have to let your loved ones in and the people that care about you in the most. Because sometimes we tend to forget about those things, So, but anyways, I'm gonna steal your mic now, Kinga. All right, so here we go. This one is called Reality. So here we go. Of reality start to cave in, let your love in. You've got so much to give, so much to give, so much to give. Time, you've been on my mind as your sand seeps through my hands. Love transcends your pace, far beyond the rat race. It's not death we fear, it's of losing you. Just a drop in the ocean blue when the walls of reality start to cave in. Let your love in, you've got so much to give. So much to give, so much to give. I believe there's nothing you need to try for. Everything's already being done. The best things in life choose you. There's not much to do. Just rise and fall with the moon and sun when the walls of reality start to cave in. Let your love in. You've got so much to give, so much to give, so much to give. Of reality start to cave in, let your love in. You've got so much to give, so much to give, so much to give. When the walls of reality start to cave in, let your love in. You've got so much to give, so much to give, so much to give.
That was awesome, Jam. I love the new
Thank
tune.
you.
I love those positive vibes.
Jamming.
Wow, that's one of my favorites. I say that about every
it's like,
song,
It's
but
like
wow.
bittersweet. I don't know. The last time I was on, remember how I was saying like sometimes like people that just only write positive stuff. It's like you gotta have a mixture of things.
Well, yeah,
you know?
life is
No,
about
that
the
was
ups and
perfect.
downs.
That was
Yeah,
a
it's about
balance.
both.
It was about ups and downs.
Yeah.
So it's like, when the walls of reality
It's
are
realistic,
caving in,
yeah.
that's when you got to let your loved ones and the people that care about you in, let your love in, So
Very touching. I love it.
Well, your lyrics. I mean, how do you get started when you write a song? Do you just write down like one phrase and then you go from there?
usually things happen. So like that song, I was actually on the phone with a family friend, and he called me up, and it was really late. It was right after I got back into town from Chicago. My uncle was recently diagnosed with cancer, and my dad was going through a lot. And I was a friend of my dad's, and he was like, "Yo, I'm really worried about your dad." And I'm like, "Hey, man, when the walls of reality start caving in, that's when you got to let your loved ones in. That's when you got to let the people that care about you in, and you can't put walls up. You got to let that love in, so."
He said that?
I remember
Yeah, that's what I
that.
said. Yeah,
Oh,
to
right.
him, I'm like, listen, that's what
Nice.
everybody's got to do when times get rough. You got to let your love in, So
Right on.
I love that. How did you write it?
how did I write it? Well, I just told you how I wrote it.
I mean, like, do you write the music notes?
no, I
first?
literally was on the phone with a friend of mine, and he was like, I was like, hey man, when the walls of reality start to cave in, you got to let your love in. I'm like, oh my God, that's a flipping good lyric. So I whipped out a notebook and I wrote it down, and then I hung up the phone, and then I started working on it. And then I was working on a music. It was actually music for a film, and for a short film that a buddy of mine was putting together, and he needed some music. And I was like, this is gonna be perfect because it's about like a dad passing away and then finding like a reconciliation between him and his sister. And I was like, this is gonna be perfect. And then the director ended up not liking the song, and he picked another song. So wait, he didn't like it at first, and then I wrote another song, and then he didn't like that song, and then he picked that song and he put that in the film. So I lost track. But anyways, and that song's called Reconcile, and then it'll be, or not song, but the film's called Reconcile, and will be coming out in August. So
Awesome.
yeah.
But then how do you write the notes? Do you just do chords?
Yeah, usually like a melody comes, and I'm like da 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 da, and then
That's
the
through a
chords.
melody.
I usually find a nice color. I think of writing music like painting. So it's like you find a nice color in the shape of a chord, and then you use that, and you kind of just go off of it, and it's like you just keep putting paint on the canvas, or keep putting lyrics on the page, So
lyrics first, then chords.
no, they kind of if it's done well, or if it usually it's symbiotic, and they're written together. So
Wonderful. Well, thank you. I love that.
yeah, thank
Thank
you.
you
Thank
so
you
much.
for
So,
having me.
If we can get back to this next glass of wine, what is it?
Ooh, cool. Load me up.
I think he's been pouring. Okay, Christina, we need your glass.
Thank you, Richard.
And Chet, you need to scoot
All
in
right,
here. so
round
we
two.
can-
Yeah.
Jam, pass it down.
Oh, this one. Sorry.
Cooperate. Let's cooperate with one another.
This one smells a little bit more dry.
There we go.
You got some.
So this is lighter.
It's a little bit lighter, absolutely. You got that
This
right.
is Pussywig
Okay,
Vineyards,
I'm
right?
smelling like
What's this called?
No, this is
Pungent.
Merkin.
Yeah. It's a lot of tannins. Is that the right word, Richard?
Not for this one.
Not for this one. I
No.
mean, I'll tell you what. It's so. Oh gosh, ambrosial would probably be the best word
There we
for
go.
it.
Now we're getting somewhere.
So Richard,
Yes.
Jam just said earlier, this smells blah blah blah. Do we actually say smell, or do we say
Listen, let's not get technical. I don't care. You can say aroma,
aroma?
smell,
I think
odor.
we say the aromas.
We all know what it is,
But no, we want to learn the technical
Really, really
terms.
good.
Odors
If you know
typically
them.
I don't
bad.
really.
If you know them.
Listen.
So where's
Let me tell you
we wanna
something.
know.
I don't care about the technical terms. I care about people enjoying wine.
Okay, good.
Getting to know wine, being curious about wine, getting
Okay.
outside of their rut about wine.
So just
I
curiosity.
Which I
definitely
guess I was in
enjoy the
earlier.
first. I definitely
Yeah,
enjoy
so-
the first bottle for more.
yeah,
Caduceus,
this
thought
one
was-
I almost
fine.
feel a tingle
That's
in,
fine.
on
Yeah,
my
so
tongue.
let's talk
So,
about
Christine,
it. Let's
do you like
everybody
this
do
one
their
better?
ranking.
No, I like
That's-
the first one.
That's
I like
called
the first one better.
That's
What do you
called
think?
acidity.
I thought both of them were really, really good.
They are. And
I mean,
here's another
You
thing.
don't have a
I give the
preference?
medal
Come
to
on.
Caduceus.
to be honest with you,
You don't like
it's
chocolate and vanilla the same? Come on.
Well, no. I mean, it's like I love chocolate, but vanilla's also got its time and place, and I think that they're both. I mean, seriously, I really like this one actually a lot.
Listen, these are both lovely wines. Now,
I think it's, like I
what
said,
I will say is
ambrosial.
this: these wines you might have with a different food. Okay, wines and food go together.
That's
so you
right.
might choose a different food with the first wine than you do with this, and you'll find
True.
that and when you find that the food that goes really well with this wine, then all of a sudden this wine's going to open up.
Okay, but
This one tastes like somebody spilled like a Bud Light Limerita in it or something.
See, I like this one better.
That's colorful. Let me tell you about this wine. So 2 grapes. One is called Malvacia Bianca. The other is called Albarino. Malvacia Bianca is a Mediterranean grape. Originally came from Greece. It's you'll find it in northern Italy a lot in some of the areas there. And this is one grape that has really, really thrived here in Arizona to the point where it's almost as this is the white grape of Arizona. This represents.
Really?
I like
the
them
white
both,
grape of Arizona.
but we can have a
Malvacia.
preference, and
Yeah.
I definitely prefer this one.
Well, fine.
We're doing a wine tasting. I prefer this one. I still like this.
Okay. The other
but this is
grape is
better.
called Albarino. This is also a grape you'll find in Spain and Portugal. Both these grapes are considered aromatic grapes, right?
'Cause I like the second one
So
better,
this
actually.
is 80,
good.
80 of
That's perfect. That's why
Malvacia and
yes.
20 Albarino.
Perfect.
And it's a beautiful wine,
It's beautiful.
This
So
is
Jam has found his first favorite and second favorite white wines
Since we
of
only
all
have-
time today. Yes.
really good.
you know,
Right?
We did not pay him to say this either.
So
and I would say
since we only have
Great advertising.
we only have like 15 minutes left, so I think we should get to the next wine because Jam's also going to be singing
yeah.
another song.
This wine has a little more acidity up front. You get that
So is that-
tingly,
is
a little
that-
more acidity. It's not as soft as the first one.
So is
a
that
little more
from those
acidity.
that grape
But
variety?
acidity
or-
is really necessary when you're having wine with food.
Wait, Chet asked you a
So is
question.
that from the grape variety
Yeah.
or from how they
Both.
age it?
So,
Okay, both. Okay.
so Richard,
from the wine growing and the wine making.
Okay.
Yeah, it all starts in the vineyard, and how you grow the grapes is the most important thing. You
Yeah.
can't make good wine with crummy grapes,
Well, and crummy
but you
soil,
can mess
probably.
up good grapes.
And that's why
in the
Arizona
winery, right?
is so great because our soil is better here because
well,
it's more
clay.
sustainable.
It's got a lot of clay in it.
Isn't it more
but I don't
sustainable,
know how
Richard?
it is up north.
What?
Is our soil here more sustainable?
Well, what do you mean by sustainable? The vineyards are thriving.
Well,
Here in
because
Arizona.
I thought we're doing it more organic here.
Well, it's true. Most of the small wine, these are mostly small family-owned wineries, and most of the wineries that I know of use sustainable practice, even if they're not certified organic, like Sam Pillsbury's wines, for instance. And I know Maynard his wines, all his vineyards are sustainable. If they're not certified organic, which is a very lengthy, expensive process. The practice is organic or biodynamic.
Exactly.
That's
Of
the
course.
important thing.
I'm a good friend with Sam Pillsbury,
Yeah.
and I
And
love his wines. And
Sam uses no chemicals. Now, some
Right.
wineries choose to use, in certain instances, certain chemicals that aren't as harmful, but Sam uses no chemicals. His wines he uses natural yeast that occur for the fermentation, not laboratory yeast. So all these things make a difference.
Yeah.
well, that's great.
Yeah.
So I have one question.
Yes.
The second wine to me was a little bit more,
Astringent.
like a little more bitter. Would I call that tannins?
No,
yeah,
it's
that's
just-
what
it's
that's what I was
astringent.
actually going to
Yeah.
ask. Like,
No,
what?
tannic
is the
acid,
terminology? What's the
tannic
terminology?
acid is what you will get in a dry red wine that gives you that cottony feeling in the mouth. That's
So in a white
now,
wine,
that
what would
doesn't
it be?
mean that tannin doesn't occur in white wines, but tannic acid comes from the skins of the grapes.
Mm-hmm.
Generally speaking, white wines are produced without skin contact. The grapes are brought in, they're crushed, fermented, the juice. With red wine and the pigment, this color comes from the pigment in the skins in red wine.
Mm-hmm.
There the grapes are crushed and fermented in contact with the skins. That's where you get the tannins and all those other compounds, the color, etc.
So what is the name for that word that it's a little more
Well,
bitter?
it's
or
a little
acidity?
more astringent. It has more acidity.
Acidity.
That's all.
A
little
yeah.
more
acidity.
I think that's why it had a little less drinkability to me.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I like
yeah.
the
it.
second one
But
better.
this is why when you
actually,
taste
but
this
I like the
wine with
first one better.
food,
with food, exactly.
acidity is necessary
Right.
for
'Cause
wine
that's
to
so
stand up to
sweet.
food.
I
So
love
that
this one.
tastes
I'm
good
trying
by
this one again.
itself because
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like
I
a
love this one.
desserty.
I drink that for
almost.
breakfast.
Yeah, well,
you know?
yeah, it's like cereal. It's your hair of the dog. No,
it's not
no,
the
not hair of the dog.
Wine for breakfast, that's a good regimen right there.
No, Richard. So I have a question for you, really
Yes.
quick, in regards to agriculture and the soil. So, because the soil is obviously a very integral part in how the flavor
It's a huge
is brought
part.
about in the
Let's move
grapes.
along.
So is it
Oh.
would it be a ridiculous idea for the green room to go check out some wineries and see how they basically cultivate their
We are
grapes and
doing
stuff?
that.
I mean, that would
It's
be
already
really
in the plans,
Wouldn't
honey.
that be
That'd be awesome.
Are you
fascinating?
going to come with us and bring your
Am I-
guitar?
Hell yeah, that'd be
Okay.
fun. I'd love
There
to
you
do
go.
that.
Okay.
That'd be cool. Because I'm really interested in like how like they cultivate the grapes. Not how they cultivate it, but really like from like seedlings to everything else. Like it's really interesting how that process goes, and the techniques that the growers use in the grapes in the soil, like how they
Absolutely.
how they get the soil prepared.
Dude, it's agriculture.
Agriculture. That's
Okay.
what it is. Yeah. No, but it's Richard. It's beautiful.
Okay,
It's a
so let's
beautiful
get
thing.
to this glass
All
because
right.
we want to hear another song.
So
we have to
is
get to
there a
this.
reason we
Yes.
started with the white wine?
That's a good question.
Well,
there
you
you
often
go.
start with a white wine, but it's not
Thank you,
necessary.
Christina.
It's not necessary, but it's just a progression. White wines tend to be a little lighter in body than red wines.
But whenever I've gone to a white tasting, they always have me start with a white.
Yeah,
A white.
but you
so
can do
there's
it the
got to be
other
a
way,
reason
too.
for that.
Yeah.
So we got to do some
Now, when
research and find out.
Well, I could go into that at length, but let's not. So this wine is also from Caduceus. This is the Aravata. This is one of my favorite grapes, Garnacha, which we also know as Grenache, but in Espanol,
Garnacha.
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 And it's one of the most prolific and popular grapes in
I love this
Spain
one.
as well. So this
Very
is
interesting.
This is grown in Yavapai County. His vineyards in Yavapai County. Now, I love Grenache and its many iterations, its many forms.
Now, ballpark, how much would this cost? If you're buying this at the vineyard.
Can we talk about the wine first before you want to know how
Yeah,
much
but
it
if somebody's
costs?
going to buy it because I really like it.
I'm not sure, but wait.
Okay, I'll look it up.
Yeah, off the hand. But so you can see by the color of this, it's a lighter red.
It
it's
is,
almost like
yeah.
a Pinot Noir
Right.
in its
It
color.
looks like blood almost.
Yeah.
Right, it does. It does.
It's light.
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of
Fragrant.
like the color of blood, but clear.
Yeah. It's like a watered down blood.
And, medium bodied.
Yum.
It's really
Looks
delicious.
like something the Illuminati would
So
drink.
this is a perfect summer red, in my opinion. This is a great summer red wine. It's not too heavy. You can have this with grilled foods. And
This is outstanding. I
Yeah,
really love this
lovely.
one.
100% Garnacha.
It's not sweet at all, really. It's
I love
really kind of dry, but
It is
not
dry.
overpowering.
It's dry. Yeah.
It's not overpowering.
And-
though.
and would you
Usually
say
dry wines
Bringing
a
that
little too much for
desert
me.
essence into it.
Yeah, now this is a drier wine. This is not
It
a
tastes
heavy
like
tannin
earthy,
wine.
kinda.
Yeah, it is. That's-
Earthy, for sure. Earthy.
You're gonna find that
but I
much
taste a little
more-
bit of cherry.
Yeah.
Do you guys
You'll
taste a
find
little
that
cherry?
much more in red wines, that
And-
kind
and
of
chocolate.
earthiness.
I
Yeah.
taste a little bit of chocolate
Yeah.
and cherry.
And this wine, incidentally, is only, what's the alcohol level? 13.2, I believe. 13.4. So, most of the
And a
wines.
little
that
tobacco.
Yep. Most
I
of the wines.
taste tobacco. Yeah.
Most of the wines that people are used to
just 'cause you
drinking these
smoked earlier.
days, are like.
No. Chet, when you read the bottles of wines, it'll say tobacco, it'll say cherry, it'll say chocolate. I've been reading bottles of
Tobacco.
wine, and I'm learning like ways that they describe wines.
Yeah.
And tobacco, chocolate, cherry.
So
Notes?
I see. It's funny. One of the things, one of the aromas that I tasted was tomato.
Okay. Okay.
I've never
I
did
did.
that
No, wait a
before.
minute.
No,
Cutting you off.
wait, did
You're
you?
drunk.
No, I mean I'm probably drunk at this point.
tomato, and
No,
they
but-
never describe
no,
it.
but it-
earthy is one of the
tomatoes can be
terminologies.
delicious.
Notes of kale.
Tomatoes can be
Uh-oh,
delicious.
no mic for him.
Carrots and
Listen.
potatoes.
I have a hint of
Let's hear a song.
cauliflower.
Let's hear a song. Let's hear a song. In that
that's what
note,
that's what I thought.
we better hear a song
Fine.
before you get drunk.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm not drunk at all.
Tomato.
I don't. The buzz is just
Definitely
kicking in.
subtle notes of garlic.
Is it? I mean, have you never had a good tomato? No, I didn't say garlic, but tomato. It tastes like.
I'm making fun of you, yeah.
I mean, they're cracking
I've never
up
heard of
right
somebody
now.
use
but, like,
Tomato's not a
vegetables.
word. Tomato's
Yeah.
not a word for wine.
why?
Because I read bottles of wine and I
No,
know the
but I
terminology.
don't care what you read. That's
read-
what my tongue tasted.
That's
Okay,
right.
these are words.
Wine tasting is
Notes.
a perfectly subjective
Tannins.
experience.
It was
Chocolate,
tomato
cherry.
to me, and I
Good.
I love
Okay,
pasta.
we're
What's
running
wrong
amok
with
here.
that? It'd probably go well with some Italian cuisine.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, can we cut to a song before the
I
show
don't know.
ends?
Can we?
Yes. So
We got
I
one
love
more
this
wine
one.
to taste.
I love this one.
I
This
guess
is
you're right.
fantastic.
That buzz is kicking in. Never mind. Hold on.
Well, learn to sip, not chug. Okay,
Well,
just
that
saying.
wasn't my fault. I was wanting to sip and then.
No, you're more fun now that you're
As long
by
as you
yourself.
enjoy it.
As long as you're not driving.
Oh, Lyft. We might
Uber,
have to. We might
yeah.
have to get a limousine from.
You have like one glass.
Even to meet
You're
up with us
fine.
down. All right. So you guys want to hear some more music?
We do.
Yeah.
We would.
Richard, you seem like you're having a jubilant time.
Jubilant.
Yes.
That would describe it perfectly.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
That's right.
And we have one more wine to taste.
Okay, so I'm gonna play a tune
Oh,
for
yeah.
you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. Actually, this song, do you guys want to hear an original or cover?
Original.
Yeah, original.
So this
Original.
Heard all
song,
the covers.
this song was inspired by going over to a friend's place and drinking some wine. Actually, as a matter of fact, not your place. It was my friend Sophia's, but.
Sophia.
Yo, Sophia.
Sophia.
Everything is lovely when I'm with you. I'd give you all my money to see you through. Nothing about you needs to change in any way. Love is love and it is here to play. You're my piece of heaven, eases my mind in troubled times. So divine, piece of heaven, can't describe what I feel inside. Your paradise, piece of heaven, send a message at any time. I'll reply, piece of heaven, ooh. When it's hard to love, am I still blind? Rose-colored eyes reflect the times. You said to come over, we slept on your sofa. I couldn't drive home 'cause of too much wine. What a fun time. Ooh. You're my piece of heaven, eases my mind in troubled times. So divine, piece of heaven, can't describe what I feel inside. Your paradise, piece of heaven, send a message at any time. I'll reply, piece of heaven, ooh. Piece of heaven eases my mind in troubled times. So divine, piece of heaven, can't describe what I feel inside. Your paradise, piece of heaven, send a message at any time. I'll reply, piece of heaven, ooh.
Okay, that is my favorite song.
I like how you say that after every song.
That's
She
my,
says that after every
like you
restaurant
say
she
it after
goes
every
to.
In every
Wine,
city, and
Jan.
every vacation, and every beach, and every.
glasses.
I
Dude,
do.
that's my new favorite song of yours.
Really?
Seriously.
No.
Really?
No,
That's my
seriously.
new favorite wine, seriously.
No, seriously.
Glass.
Oh, glass.
It's that Dory memory. Just everything's
Honestly,
the favorite while you're in that
paired
moment.
perfect
you know?
with the wine tasting.
Yeah,
So.
it's just serendipitously enough. No, but in all honesty, actually, Richard, as a matter of fact,
Yes.
so that song was inspired. So I was going over to a friend's place. I'm like, Richard, I need to get some really good wine. Can you meet up with
Oh,
me?
that's right. I was
And
with you.
I don't think you were.
Yes, no. You bought wine with him.
I did
and then,
buy
and then
wine
we
with
went,
him.
We bought wine together for Sophia.
I went with Richard to Trader Joe's. Just him
Oh,
and
that
I.
was for your parents.
yeah.
Never mind. That's
Yeah,
for your
that was-
parents.
I
Jim,
That's
your
my
story
parents'
is
party.
wrong. Okay.
I
But
hooked
you
up.
did. You went with
Yeah,
me
I
to
hooked you up.
Trader Joe's.
Yeah, I hooked you up.
and you told me, which wines to get.
right.
We
For
picked some
Sophia.
out.
Yeah.
But we bought wine together for your parents.
Yes, we did. We did. So, but anyway, so that night we did pick out wine together for my
Yeah,
folks.
for your parents.
But that
Yes.
night went over to her place. We were hanging out. We went, rock wall climbing and stuff. We were all drinking wine, having a good time. And that song was inspired by Richard's taste in wine.
I really love the lyrics of that song. I really do. Like, where can we find that song?
Well, it's not out yet. My producer is currently putting me on the shelf, if you know what that means. He's really busy, so shout out to you. Thank you so much for that.
Well, I have somebody else to produce for you. Sean Cooney, 3 Leaf Recording.
Right on, Sean Cooney.
Okay,
Very cool.
Let's meet up with them immediately.
All right.
Okay, so let's talk about this wine.
So this wine is from Merkin Vineyards. It's called the Tarzan Red. 65% Tempranillo, another Spanish grape, and again 35% Garnacha, just like the last one.
Tarzan Red.
Tarzan Red.
Tasting a little bit more fruit.
Not that Tarzan, no, Tarzan. And this is beautiful.
Oh, that's a good one to get a guy for a gift.
Right, and this is
Tarzan wine.
Ooh.
this is also from the like the last one we had from the Buell Memorial Vineyard down in Wilcox,
I think you need to buy this for
down
Sophia.
in Cochise County.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sophia.
Oh, Sophia.
Sophia, Tarzan Red.
I taste berries, like a little bit fruitier than the last one.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't get any yet.
So this is the wine. Remember the other
do you
day
like
we were
this
at
one?
Merck and I poured and I said, "You got
I like
a
this one
taste
better
of
than
this,"
the
and you
last.
said, "Send it back. I don't like it."
I love this.
She did. She said, "Send it back. I don't like this." And then and I said, "Wait a
I
minute."
did
He
not.
did it?
Yes, you did.
I did not. I did not.
Hello?
I did not. He likes to point out
This is-
everything.
No,
Richard,
but
I definitely believe
I
you.
believe
I
it.
never said
This
that.
is a teaching
I
moment.
never
Hold on.
said that.
Hold on. This is a teaching moment.
I never said
no,
that.
you need to hear this because
I never said that.
You did. You said, "I don't like
I
this,"
did
and then I
not.
said,
I
Yeah,
haven't
you
tasted
did.
it.
Tinga,
You
let
send
me
shit
finish.
back all the time.
I did not say that.
"Let me finish." And then I said, just be patient. Take a couple more sips. Try it again. It may not be the wine you're used to, but give it a chance.
That
be
sounds
curious.
like something Richard would say.
Be curious. Taste it. And then
Be curious,
after
taste
5
it.
minutes, she said, "Wow, I really like this." So
I
this is
love
the
this.
point.
I don't remember that. I love this.
I'm
I
telling you,
love
this
this.
is how it happened. But this is, I want to emphasize this, people, all of you people who like wine, be curious. Pay attention. Taste a new wine. Be willing to taste. Get outside of your comfort zone, outside of your rut. Everybody drinks these big California, and other wines that are
Kim
14.5 alcohol. Taste
You might
the wine.
enjoy the
high in
taste of a
alcohol.
Merkin.
These
yeah.
are pretty high in alcohol.
Okay,
aren't
and
they?
so look at the Merkin
This
wig.
is 13.2.
There's the Merkin
Okay.
wig.
Yeah. I like how it covers up the Da Vinci.
The point is,
Hey,
This is Merkin
some people
wig.
like the taste of a Merkin. Yeah.
here's the
you
thing.
know-
Here's why. Nobody, what people say about, I tasted Arizona wine. I don't really like it. And I say,
Christina, did you look up Merkin yet? Do you know what it means?
you know why they say that?
I was
Because they're
hoping
used to
someone would just
drinking
say
other
it.
types of wine. They're used to drinking the big fruit bomb California wines that taste the same. Let me tell you the dirty little secret behind the wine business. Are you ready for this?
Let me tell you
Most
my
commercial
dirty little
wines that you
secret.
buy in the supermarket, big production wines, are not natural wines.
Yeah,
These are wines that have been manipulated the hell out of.
So-
and so to taste a certain taste profile
But there's
that
a
people
lot of
want.
great California wines too, and we're gonna
I'm
have some
not-
of them on the
I'm
show
not
very
talking
soon.
about-
And they're listening
I'm not
tonight.
talking about
They're
bad
listening
California.
tonight.
I'm talking about commercial wines that are manipulated to a
Yes.
certain taste.
Right.
Because people want to have that same taste every time they get that
He's not
wine.
talking about high-
which
Okay,
is not natural
let's
He's not
and
talking
not
about
sustainable.
quality brands like Franzia.
I want people to.
Franzia.
No, I'm talking about big commercial wines.
I want people to look at the picture of the Merkin, like
Can
cool.
we? Yeah. Can we take some time to thank Merkin Vineyards for being
Yes.
for being so generous,
Generous
for
with
being
all this
so
wine. Thank you.
magnanimous and
Thank you.
benevolent,
And
bringing
I
sponsoring
might
the show
buy a
with all our
Merkin,
wine.
honestly.
giving us a
Being
buzz
wine
this
sponsor.
evening. Thank you.
Yeah, and let me say one
Yes.
other thing about Merkin. Now, I encourage everyone to
Yes.
go to the Merkin Test Restaurant and Tasting Room in Old Town Scottsdale. They've been there for over a year now, 2 years.
And we've
or
been
something.
saving the planet one
shot
glass at a
at a
time.
One
Drinking
glass
one
at a
glass
time?
at a time.
Thank you for listening to In the Green Room. Join us here live every Tuesday at 6 p.m. or anytime on demand 24/7 on StarWorldWideNetworks.com.